art of oneness, the third of 6 lessons. Realizing oneness. Through no act nor action, but of one's own accord, does one become conscious and hence aware of the oneness of everything, other than via that which one believes, trusts, and has faith in, because all material things, physically speaking, are intrinsically and indispensably spiritual in nature to begin with. Mind you, we're still talking about creation here, which thou art still one with, right? Which is exactly what masters and the master of masters once said, likely many times, which is to say, therefore, we too are gods and goddesses too, albeit prone in the flesh, no less. So doth it not behoove you to take their word for it and start acting the part? Certainly not like some Hollywood movie, grandiosely and tight spandex. Rather, as a forgiving presence, as near and real as thy neighbor is to self. As one walks, strides, and or runs towards this and that realization, remain conscious of the fact in every thought and act, moment by moment, precept by precept, that creation has, is, and does indeed express and manifest its awesome power by and through us every step of the way. Verily, therefore, there is no such thing as separateness, nor nothing. See? You and you alone are the only one who can open and close the doors of reality and perception, and thus our given or taken experiences in becoming fully aware of the unity of it all. The more one's activities, meditations, and thoughts are in accord with the goodwill of creation, the more divine and less selfish one becomes. And still be yourself, not someone else. Again, get real and keep it real. And in so doing, one also brings and begins to experience less and less of the carnal, coercive, disappointing, and negative influences and temptations increasingly plaguing so many. If you haven't bothered to notice what's been going on all your livelong life, then one will be in a position as if being a living lesson or prime example tempered into a suitable teacher of sorts, if you will, with greater ability and power to manifest even more peace, harmony, and accord with those encounters or occurrences which are ours to experience with creation. Now then, how might one go about coming into the know or realization of oneness? Well, for starters, one always starts from where you're at, ever presently speaking. From there, without you, one can say or do nothing, hear or see what's going on or happening, but always listen foremostly and lastly to one's inner voice and gut feeling and or prompting, and then learn the lessons of dearly beloved Mother Earth, Her Majesty, has to teach. And understand this, if nothing else. Realize that the power of creation is both within as well as permeating everything, and that it is indeed a good force. 'Tis only by fault of self and or others that one's will or souls, collectively speaking, get caught up in abusing and misusing its supreme gifts, causing strife and turmoil, or evil instead. If one is but able to sit still and still thy mind for a short spell, it will eventually bring clarity or a clearer recognition of creation, yea, even to the extent of realizing one's own oneness with everything. And the key and or very first step in any direction should always be to see the divinity in and about everybody, not to have to mention in everything else as well, from rock and tadpole to tyrant and pigeon stool. You get the broad picture. Bottom line on said note, listen, look, meditate, however you do it, and believe in and for self.